now time to talk about tomorrow. So everybody, welcome to the CUPRA Open Space at the IAA here in Munich. It's so good to see so many familiar faces here today, this afternoon. Munich is a really special city for CUPRA and for me personally. First, Munich represents a milestone in the history of the CUPRA brand, because this is the city where 2 years ago, in the middle of a pandemic, we opened our first CUPRA City garage in Europe, just around the corner in Odeonsplatz. And second, Munich is a city where we presented last time CUPRA's vision to the world, challenging the convention with the CUPRA Urban Rebel at this very event in 2021. And thirdly, while I'm from Manchester, and I think you can still hear that, and take much of my inspiration from the city where I'm living now, Barcelona, and where CUPRA was born, Munich is a place where I've spent more than 30 years of my life, and it always feels like home for me. So it's great that we are back here in Munich to talk about what we've done with CUPRA in the last 5 years and how we never stop dreaming about what the next chapter holds for CUPRA. Now, the success of CUPRA, I think, is something quite unique in our industry. Here in Germany, we've managed in just 5 years to take a challenger brand and turn it into the country's 4th trendiest brand, according to the readers of Automotor Sport. And I think that's pretty special and something no other challenger brand has achieved so far. And we've done this not only with great provocative cars, but with a brand that stands out for its contemporary values, not on heritage, status, prestige, or luxury, but on design and performance. A brand that sits right in the sweet spot between volume and premium, and a brand that certainly hit a nerve with young people and the next generation of car lovers. And of course, one of the things I've always said at the end of the day, it's the people who make the brand. And in our case, that's the CUPRA Tribe. People obsessed about what they do. Obsession, now that's quite an uncomfortable word, isn't it? Maybe because it generates powerful feelings, good and bad. It actually means an idea or thought that continually intrudes on a person's mind, often to an irrational degree. And that's CUPRA, the CUPRA Tribe. We've always striven to be a little bit irrational in what we do, always surprising, always provoking, crazy enough to take necessary risks, even if that obsession has given us some sleepless nights. Because if we're not obsessed with what we do, perhaps it's just simply not worth doing. Because I believe there are 2 paths in life, the one we're told to go down and the one we create for ourselves. And at CUPRA, we definitely choose the one to create for ourselves. If we hadn't chosen our own path back then, I doubt we'd be where we are today. One of Europe's fastest growing car brands, ahead of many of the long-established prestige brands and new challenger brands. Take Munich, take this city. I'm amazed to see how many CUPRAs are already being driven here. But not only here, all across Europe. In only 5 years, we've managed to sell a remarkable 400,000 cars, and we're continuing to grow exponentially. In the month of June, we achieved our best sales result ever in a single month, with more than 23,000 cars sold in 1 month. And so far this year, we've already delivered around 150,000 CUPRAs globally. That's a year-on-year growth of 60%. Now, obviously, this performance has been fueled by the success of the CUPRA Formentor, the best-selling car in our range, and the best-selling model in its segment. But not only by that car, also by our fully electric CUPRA Born, where we have seen this year's sales doubling. Both of these cars, the Formentor and the Born, are game changers, not just for CUPRA, but also for our whole company too, helping drive the financial turnaround of our company with an operating profit of 370 million euros and a record turnover of over 7 billion euros in the first half of 2023. One of the biggest drivers of our company's profitability is this market here, is Germany, our best-selling market, accounting for around 1/3 of our turnover. And Germany has one of the highest market shares for CUPRA, and in many aspects of our business, the German market is a benchmark for us. And that's thanks to the whole CUPRA tribe here, including Bernhard Bauer, his team, and the dealer network across the country. To all of the CUPRA tribe in Germany, thank you for doing a great job. So, what's next? The arrival of the CUPRA Terramar next year in the middle of 2024, alongside our updated CUPRA Leon and the CUPRA Formentor, will help us grow our sales volumes even further and take us a step closer to our ambition of 500,000 cars a year. In 2024, we will also see the launch of the CUPRA Tavascan that you can see here on the stand, as we accelerate our plan to electrify the CUPRA brand by 2030. We're also making real advances across Spain too with our future Fast Forward program. Thanks to an historic 10 billion euro investment from the Volkswagen Group, SEAT, and our partners, we are developing the next generation of small BEVs for the Volkswagen Group, electrifying the Martorell and Navarra plants, and constructing a brand new battery gigafactory in Valencia. And at the end of 2025, with the CUPRA Raval, we will help democratize electromobility, not only in Spain, but across all of Europe. Our road to electrification needs, however, to remain flexible, and that's why, during the transition, we will still be offering a full range of combustion, hybrid, and plug-in hybrid models, as well as the battery electric vehicles. But at CUPRA, we never stand still, and we're already planning for life beyond 2030. CUPRA's successful launch in Australia was the first step towards electrification in global markets. Now we're looking at the next step, because if we want to be considered as a truly global brand, we have to think big, which is why we are working on our entry strategy into the North American market. Now, believe me, we don't underestimate how big a step this is, but at CUPRA, we love a challenge. Our plans in this area are moving in a positive direction. The testing of the brand with potential customers in states like California, where the results have been really encouraging. And at the same time, preparing a specific portfolio of BEV cars and our distribution strategy for the market. And we're also evaluating and looking at production options within the Volkswagen plants in this region. And I hope that I'll be able to share some more information about this very soon, but I'm confident we have the right strategy in place to make CUPRA an American success story. But there's something more fundamental at play here too. Yes, of course, our plan for the next decade is about electrification and the globalization of CUPRA's footprint. But it's also about our brand, and in particular, taking the brand CUPRA to the next level, to new, undiscovered places. Why? Because while some people are afraid of the unknown and would prefer to leave the unexplored, well, simply unexplored, that's not how we do things at CUPRA. Ladies and gentlemen, at CUPRA, we believe in discovering what's hidden in the dark.
There was a time when unexplored areas on maps were marked with the phrase Hexandragones, hippie dragons. In the darkness of the day, I'm gonna find my own way. Hidden places, even dangerous. Where it was believed monsters lived. The fear of encountering them discouraged people from exploring these unknown regions. Today, there are no more places left to discover beyond what is yet to come. And although many insist on imagining a tomorrow, in the darkness of the day, I'm gonna find my own way.
So, from the darkness into the light, ladies and gentlemen, here it is, the CUPRA DarkRebel. New discoveries, new ideas, defying things as we know them, embracing what has never been seen before. Not a rebel for rebellion's sake, but a car that's about ideas and design principles from places no one else has explored before, that show us a different way forward. What you see here today is a product of over 270,000 online configurations from the CUPRA's global tribe. A passion and a creativity that has allowed us to turn one of our most powerful obsessions into a real show car. Quite literally, this is a car by the CUPRA Tribe for the CUPRA Tribe. A rebel with a purpose to prove that electric car of the future can be sexy and emotional, the maximum provocation of CUPRA design. And to explain how we got here, I'd like to invite now our leader of design, the leader of the design tribe, Jorge Diaz, on stage. Jorge. Maestro.
Thank you, thank you. Thank you very much, Wayne. It's a real pleasure to be here today. CUPRA is a brand without heritage, a place where we can imagine the future freely, looking forward without taking care of our past. Imagine now how fortunate we are, the designers, to have white sheet of paper without any type of limits, thinking out of the box with totally freedom, dreaming who we want to be, and just do it. Not even trying to please everybody, because pleasing everybody will mean to lose your identity, to lose your soul, and that actually is not a CUPRA. Pushing the boundaries every day and night to look for a revolution every time we take the pencil in our hands. Always pushing with our rebellious spirit, which actually is one of our main design archetypes. For us, it's like an obsession to create something special. Because through design, we can express feelings, we can be bold. We are at the core of the DNA of the brand. Our goal in CUPRA is to provocate, to create desire, boosting your emotions to the maximum and designing something so strong that reflects our pure obsession to discover the unexpected. And let me tell you something, sometimes the answers are not in front of you. They are not visible in the normal light. Sometimes you need to go farther, deeper, even in the dark to discover the unknown. And this is exactly what we did when we designed the CUPRA DarkRebel. The DarkRebel represents the maximum expression of the CUPRA DNA, but now without any type of limits. A car with one mission, to boost your emotions to the max. Wayne, you always ask us to shock you with our designs and to push the limits, somehow to go to places that nobody has been there before. I hope we did it. Like we did as well, we can see the color. The color is amazing, it's something totally new. The mercury is a liquid that adapts to the forms, that changes depending on the environment, that provoke this sensuality, tension, and feeling of movement that we love so much at CUPRA. The CUPRA DarkRebel, designed to enter a new dimension where desire, emotion, and pushing without the limits are our obsession. Thank you very much.
Thank you, Jorge.
Thank you.
Great job. The CUPRA DarkRebel, our electric sports car, created, as Jorge said, from obsession, and the ultimate manifesto of our obsession. Something I think no one else would dare to do. A car that pushes the boundaries of design and performance and that questions the way sports cars will be imagined and created in the future. Ladies and gentlemen, at CUPRA, there are no limits. We are unstoppable. And remember, if you can dream it, you can create it. Never fear your obsessions. Use them to shape the extraordinary. Let them become reality. Thank you, and I look forward to seeing you later tonight.